problem for Whiterun before Jarl Bolgraf will answer the message sent to him, brought to him by us from Ulfric Stormcloak. He wants him, basically, from what I understand, he wants him to the side, and so that's what we're going to get to. So, in order to progress further in the Civil War, Jarl Bolgraf needs to answer the question. Did he answer a question? Yeah, he needs to, you know, answer the message. I am to deliver a message to the Jarl of Whiterun. It's time for him to pick a side in the war. That is what our main thing to do. But before we can do that, he wants us to, Jarl Bolgraf wants us to return the Dragon's Stone. Retrieve the Dragon's Stone for Farengar. So that is what we are doing. Yeah. So, let's see what we can get done. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my hunting bow for a little bit. And put on those orchid arrows that we have. And we'll get going. Like I said, trying to focus on one-handed and blocking, but we are using archery to kind of thin the herd. Oh! Oh, that was ugly. That was an eye shot. And we get the other one too. Nice. Oh, violins. Thank you. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say violins, violins is a kill cam mod, and that's what we're seeing there. And here is the book for it. And what this does is, going into that book, it lets you set, change the settings about how often the kill cams show up and how we might see them. I'm not sure the percentage I have set up for melee kill moves because I haven't set it up really. The only thing I did was I turned off last enemy restriction, and then I changed the kill cam to, instead of matching what direction I'm using, I said it can basically use its mix. So
all things considered.
Nomad plated fur. Wow. So we may use, that doesn't seem right. I guess she's frozen. Must be cold as hell if that's happening. So yeah, violins is up to mixed, so even though we're not using unarmed, if we sneak upon someone, we might hit them with a German suplex, which we have done. And then, of course, with archery, we have we have that set up to 100%. So anytime we should get a kill, and sometimes it'll even miss, but still show the trajectory of the arrow, then that's great. And so it should be like this. An Ice Ion, if you ever see this video, you need to fix that altar for Faith of Skyrim. Either add a better staircase or move it further down. That would be my suggestion. But I'm not a modder. I just play with what you give me, and I am very thankful to anybody who does produce well put together mods. And Ice Ion is well known throughout the community because of his mods that I would consider almost mandatory. Of course, we're talking about Apocalypse, Swordmade, or Thunderchild, Wildcat, Imperious, Andromeda, and Winter Sun, I believe the face of Skyrim is called. Yeah, those are the ones that we use. There might be, I think there's a couple more in there that I might have missed, but... Come on, Finn! Gotta do better than that. If you keep on favoring that bow, I might have to turn you into, magic and, I might have to turn you into more of a spell sword, honestly. Which actually might fit Finn better, because... Nope, ah! Nice! Beautiful. Remind me to never talk bad about Finn's archery. He has got it going on. Nothing here we really need. So before we move on, since we're going inside, we're not going to really worry about transmuting ore. We more or less have that spell to do it on the road while we're traveling. So yeah, for those of you who have played Skyrim before, you're going to notice a lot of... You're going to notice some differences here in Bleak Falls Barrow. Without spoiling too much, that's all I really want to say about that. And you'll notice a difference really right away. Yeah. We got the archer. Oh! Wrong target. Oh, she's moving quick. Let's get down sword and resistance. Already dead. Thank you, Finn. Before we go any further, I am going to spend some time in here and
1,000 years old
in these skeevers. All the way down to just their bones. Do you have any gold? No, but you have an ore me. Let's go and drink that right now. You were using steel arrows? Sure, why not? Yeah, this of course right here, if you're not aware, is from the mod called Hunterborn. I also have Beats of Skyrim installed, which kind of complements Hunterborn and adds more animals, monsters, beasts, all the above. Yeah, so that was a bit crazy. I thought we were aiming for the archer, and apparently, oh, we hit the bandit instead. Oh. Dagger, brass bowl, gold, and a ruby. See if we can sleep. Don't really need to. It's only noon. That would be why not. I wonder if Finn is caught in a loop. It looks like he might be. Like he might be caught in a loop here of keep wanting to.
I wonder if any of my twin sisters are.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
Lead on.
There you go.
You lead, I'll follow.
He was caught in a bit of a loop, and the best way to fix that is just to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't really be, just to tell him it and say, hey, maybe you really shouldn't be using those spells. So that's not much too big of a deal, but I think it was worth fixing. Bandit chief. Yeah, so can you guys tell what I mean by a totally different Bleak Barrow than you're used to? For those of you who may have never played Skyrim and are watching this stream just to get an idea about it, I'd like to apologize first for anything that I might spoil as far as talking about what's ahead. But for those who have seen it, you realize that this tunnel is usually empty.
I wonder what the ancient lords used this for.
Absolutely empty. And the next bandit that we would see from the two right up front by that campfire, this guy right here. And put his torch away, or put his sword away, and walk forward. He's going to demonstrate something for us. And that is, by not knowing what to do here, you will get killed by archery trap. So what he didn't know was, you can see these three right here. There's two of them there, snake and a whale, but there's also one that fell down, somehow went from there, and so it would be snake, whale. It's one.
Be careful. Fred.
One,
This
two.
place doesn't seem too
Snake,
forgiving.
whale. 150 gold, dude. Right. Probably should be picking up some of these linen wraps, actually. Not too much, because they do weigh 3 pounds a piece, and that can add up pretty quickly. I'd like to do a quick save right here. Alright. Move on. Holy spider. Wow, that guy was. Man, look at that. Nice.
Help me out of here.
I can, buddy.
You, over here. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Well, if you're not gonna share it, I guess I'll
I'll
just take
gladly.
it.
Myself. Easily blocked. Damn you.
Really, Finn? Alright. Now, his journal here is talking about how... what he knows about this golden claw. Of course, stolen from the Riverwood trader. I fingered it trembling, the golden claw was finally in my hand, and with it the power of the ancient Nordic heroes. That fool, Lucan Valerius, had no idea that his favorite store decoration was actually the key to Bleak Barrow. Now I just need to get to the Hall of Stories and unlock the door. The legend said that there is a test that the Nords put in place to keep the unworthy away, but that when you have a golden claw, the solution is in the palm of your hand. So, now we already know what palm of the hand means because in Corvut, I believe that's how it's pronounced, we have this ebony claw right here. So we already know that in the palm of your hand literally means on the palm of the claw. And in this case, it's bear, butterfly, owl. Actually, I'd probably say that's a moth, not a butterfly. Go ahead and level up. Yeah, why not stamina? And we'll put this point up into one-handed mastery. Perfect. Then leveling up, which is great. That is, of course, part of Amazing Follower Tweak. Let's see. Now. With my crossbow. And I'm also going to regenerate do faster stamina regeneration, and fortified meat. Rid of the wind. And before that wind starts spawning anymore, we need to get them back on his feet. Up with him, move it on. Get our crossbow back up, and I'm using a little bit of we'll call it instincts or early stress common knowledge about get some early damage on some of these strawberries. Oh, Sven got it. And Sven, of course, is not triggering that trap, which is good. But if he was, it would look a little something like about that. Fine malachite.
Seems to be about death. Burial areas, crypts, funeral shrouds. It's a bit depressing.
Yeah, let's just say I've done Bleak Barrow more times than I'd like to admit. But then again, the game's been out for 8 years, and I've been playing it for as long as. Actually, this month right here would mark about 8 years for me, because I did not get it the first within the first couple months it was released. I couldn't afford it at the moment at that time, but we did end up getting it. So blood in a wolf pouch. 1, 2, 3. Ow. Got a crossbow. We're gonna shoot this one right here. Let's shoot this one right here. And then we're gonna shoot this one right here. And when we do that, I want to back up and shoot that. So we'll put the car down the sword. If any of them survive the fire and get back to them, we need a little bit of help. Gravekeeper's bulwark. You know what I'm actually going to do with that? A spine? We got a spine from the Draugr. Okay then.
I'm right behind you. No problem. How can I help?
Well, I know you're better with light armor, but I don't think you'd mind if I gave you... If I took your hide shield and instead gave you this.
Let's get going then. Come on.
Not really looking to skin these guys. Not bad. They have anything about skin? Alright. Ignored meat. Made a mistake. And hit him with a spinner. Ancient pottery dirty, not really worth selling. So let's get over here and light shield. Instinct. We're not going to be meditating anytime soon, so I'd rather use instinct. And if you're not familiar with instinct, what instinct does, it shows you any alive enemies. Oh. So.
Pretty well, all things considered.
Alright. It looks like I may have disabled hellhounds. Either that or a little low enough level to where they're not spawning. Hellhounds are kind of ridiculous, I should say. So if they are disabled, we're really not missing anything. Although I will say that the one breeding character I was testing out my load orders with, when he was able to get a Hellhound allegiance, he was a pretty awesome follower for a while.
Over here.
Nice. That was some nice teamwork right there, Spin. I don't care what my viewers think of you, Spin. Spin, I like ya. even though you might be an Empire sympathizer. Doesn't bother me too much, honestly. As long as you're not, you know, so deep in your hate with the Stormcloaks that you're going to attack me. Then we're cool. That looks like a snout right there. Send help!
That's the end of that.
Go. Then you could have done a little bit more helping than that. But yeah, so what do you guys think of this? I won't call it new, but improved Bleak Falls Barrow. Quite possibly the most extensive change I've ever seen. With just really 2 or 3 mods affecting it. Beast of Skyrim is affecting it. Rebalanced and Encounter Zone is affecting it probably, as well as Immersive Winches, and then Beast of Skyrim. Let's drink a spice wine. Ow. Ben.
I'll gladly use it myself.
Doing a bit of paladin here while I take care of the winches. So, yeah. A little restructuring help never hurt anybody. Restoration health, I should say. Some pottery vases. Not that I expect to come back here anytime soon, but we should probably go ahead and clear out any future chest.
Damn it.
Just in case.
Those things.
Not clearing them. By not clearing them, they won't respawn. I don't know for sure. But you never know. Oh. Now see, if Hellhounds were enabled, this guy right here would be a Hellhound.
That's the end of that.
Do something a little bit different here. One a little bit longer. Oh, we missed the dodged. Nope, don't like what it said. Holy crap! Health regenerates faster. Yes. Food, yeah. Food, yeah. stamina, restoration, no, restoration, level 2, and dual cap. And you can see Sven right there healing himself. It's been almost 5 years since I had you arrested for attacking me. Quite frankly, I should have called the guards way sooner I did. I'm trying to inform your current mate that you are physically, mentally, and emotionally abusive toward me, and that is why I left you. Wow. I wonder if she's a hateful wench. I'm gonna take that. Here's something. Will that hurt or you know? Because some restoration mods hurt the undead. Because I guess healing an undead would put them back in more of their human state. I don't know. I guess that's my headcanon. No, I'm not saying my head's a piece of artillery. I'm saying my head is, yeah. A headcanon is more about your idea of the story, if you didn't know. Alright, here's the Hall of Stories that Thief was talking about. And at the end of the Hall of Stories is the puzzle that we found out was solvable by looking at the gold ring, the golden claw in the palm of it. But we know that since we already looked, that it's bear, moth, and owl. Or as I like to remember for Bleak Falls Barrow, 222. That one twice, switch that one twice, and switch that one twice, and you're good. You don't have to do anything else. Now hop on over. Do a hard save here. And before we get into the final battle, guys, I am going to meditate. Because normally when I meditate, if we're not just ready to move on, when I go to meditate, it means I'm about to take a break. And that's what I'm going to do. I need to refill up my cup. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I really need to do. So I shouldn't be gone too long. But we'll be back here in just a few minutes to get this continued. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a short smoke break before we get into this final room. So, let's call it 3 minutes. Back in 3 minutes.
Too bad we can't read these carvings. Who knows what secrets we'd uncover.
And we are back. A little bit less than 3 minutes. Didn't have a full, you know how it is. If you're a smoker, if you're not, no. As far as tobacco goes, I wouldn't recommend you starting. Just a little PSA from Kayla Plays here. So let's take some Nordmead, put on the Orcaro, put on the Hunting Bow, and let's see what this final room has to offer. That looks like another one of those weird walls. Uh-oh, that was a bad shot.
Ha! Found you! It's a shame that was necessary.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, no. There it is. She's calling it her friend. I wonder if I could actually do something with her. Let's find out. Resisted. That's unfortunate. Down sword. Back up a little bit. Have it. And one. Let's try to work one. Got her. Alright. Killed the right one easy, early. Let's make sure spin. Got full health. We'll get our bound sword and our shield back on, and let's go figure out what word this is. It's apparently these are called word walls. There, the word of power learned. Force. Unrelenting force. We didn't just meditate, we might meditate again, but we did, so. Meridia's Beacon. Headphone users, you might want to turn your volume down. Don't say I didn't warn you.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreek, and I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Alright, well, that, if you didn't know, was Meridia. Of course, you should, by the name of her item. But anyway, yeah, that was Meridia, and Meridia is of course one of, not necessarily one of the nine divines, or people of Skyrim like to say the 8, because of course Talos is currently, according to the White Gold Concordance, Talos is worshipping is banned. So everybody, when they're talking about the divines, they're talking about 8. But I don't believe Meridia is one of the 9. So, yeah. Let's get out of here. We are a bit thirsty. I bet we're a bit hungry too. So we'll take a grilled chicken breast with, how about a gold cheese wedge, lavender tea, and we are good to go. So yeah, that is Bleak Falls Barrow. Which is about Oh, we'll say 40 minutes to do. Seems about right. Didn't really have any issues with it. So, Scroll of Conjure Lord of Bindings. It does not fight, but rapidly summons churls in combat. Churls? No. Weird. Can't really think of what a churl is. Maybe the forest worm? Not forest worm, but they're pets, kinda, I guess you would call them.
Stick close. This place gives me the creeps.
Oh, yes. Alright. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and go through our ingredients. Oh. Now, one thing I do want to check after we get done going through these is I want to make sure that sampling that blood didn't leave any adverse effects. Oh, nothing like a good worm chaser. Where's my Nord mead? There it is. Oh. Magic. Active effects. No. No ill effects. So here we go. We are out of Bleak Falls Barrow, and we need to not only return the Golden Claw to Lucan over at the Riverwood Trader, we need to get back to Whiterun.
You left this over there. You're lucky. Someone else might have kept it for himself. Here you go.
Really? Picking that up. Okay. Let's drop the skeever meat. It doesn't weigh much, so we need to find something else to drop. And at this point, might as well drop high boots, high bracers, and high shield. And don't really have capacity to carry any at the moment, so if you want. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. I'm glad we got that done. Everybody has seen Bleak Falls Barrow, but I don't know if everybody has seen it quite as interesting as mine was. Let's go figure out what cabin this is. It is Anissa's. I'm actually looking for in here is, and I don't even know if it'll be in here. I'm looking for a book. And what the book does is, hold on a second. Magic, active effect. We need to sleep. Actually, it would be under power, not effect. We do not have it yet. Okay. On the alchemist. Guide to craftsmanship. That is what we're looking for right there. Unfortunately, it will be stolen, but we'll risk losing it. We can find another different places, hopefully. Otherwise, we might just have to keep getting it when we get stolen from. So yeah, what craftsmanship it does, the guide to craftsmanship does, is not only does it teach us craftsmanship, but what craftsmanship is the ability to build tiny houses. Yes, that's right, tiny houses, like the forlorn shack, the humble shanty, the vagabond hunt, sojourner lodge, rustic cottage, castaway cabin. This is one that I'm probably going to work toward, is the rustic cottage, because I think that would look good in the fields outside of Whiterun. Get an apple pie, because that sounds good.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me.
Okay. Sure. So yeah. Point of interest. Off wrong.
Hello, friend.
A follower.
All right, then.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no thank you. That is a Flamation out in the wild. That's crazy. Back up. Fire salt. Hey. So yeah, Old Barrow. That's fun. Really enjoyed it. If you're hearing this and you missed it, I'm wondering why you fast forward through the video. Yep. Pretty much. This log. Or Campanella. Nothing inside. Which, spoiler alert, honestly doesn't make any sense. If this is where a treasure chest would be, shouldn't the treasure chest always be there? Not after you find the map? Not only after you find the map? Not much of an issue, but it does point out either some questions or a flaw. Now, sure, that means if you knew the location of, what is it, 10 of the 10 treasures, then you could go straight for them, and there wouldn't be much of a challenge. But at the same time, if you knew where if a treasure map would lead to the treasure chest, doesn't it make sense that the treasure chest would always be there? We're gonna save some money and sleep outside. Potatoes. Mountain flower tea. And a water skin. Wow.
You have the claw. Oh, you have to tell Lucan at once. Hurry!
What do you think about the war?
I came to Skyrim looking for a better life. So what did I get? Another war. This really isn't turning out the way I'd hoped. I just want to find a good husband and start a family of my own.
So I take it you're not from Skyrim?
I came here from the Imperial Province to work with my brother Lucan.
Why did you leave?
It got bad back in Cyrodiil. The war with the Thalmor ruined everything. Now I just want to put the whole nasty business behind me.
Alright.
Alright then.
Hey,
Right
Finn?
behind you. Of course.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. Everything else, though, that kind of steel bolt, yours to keep. As far as everything in your inventory, that is yours as well. So, thank you for your help up at Bleak, Barrow, but it's time for us to part ways.
Right. Till next time.
Till next time, bud. Alright, Luke and I will be there in a second, but for now, if I have anything to cook. Lavender tea. Mountain flowers. Salmon steaks. Skeever tails, boiled skeever tails. Maybe not all of them. Okay, cured skeever hide. Yeah. I'll take all the fines down, and then we'll just go and use the rest as well. Skeever pelt's not going to get as much leather, so why not make it into cured? Lucan.
Show those thieves not to steal from Lucan Valerius.
Already done, man. I have the golden claws right here.
You found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Now, despite Alvar? Arvel. Despite Arvel's journal saying, my fingers are trembling, the golden claws finally in my hands, and with it the power of the ancient Nordic hero. That fool Lucan Valerius had no idea that his favorite store to recreation was actually the key to the Bleak Barrow. Despite him saying that in his journal, I have reason to believe that this golden claw isn't actually Lucan's, and I don't know if it is for a fact. I think because he doesn't remember, because he thinks it's smaller than he remembered it, kind of leads me to believe that maybe it wasn't his in the first place.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
Well, let's talk about what you have for sale and what I picked up.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Okay. I guess that's one way to advertise. Ancient Nordic torque. I'm not selling Ancient Traveler's Skull because, quite frankly, I'm not sure if it's used for anything. So I kind of want to keep it. Besides, why not keep its skull in our inventory? I don't like it's bad luck or anything. Limeware jug. Couple of rubies. I think we'll only sell one. Use the other for oil crafting. Shrine of Zenithar. Simple painting. A spine. Let's see. Arbo Journal. Amongst the Joggers. Tattered Journal. The Cake and the Diamond. The Refugees. And Feet. Keep my ingredients. I'll start to use some of this food I don't need. Mostly the drinks. And to tell you the truth, I'm probably not going to use this. How so for those. Yeah, we were gonna give that to Sven, but we forgot to, so we'll just sell it. You know what? I kind of want to keep the elven dagger, just in case we want to go, say, two-handed. Let's see. Targets take 15 points of frost damage to health and stamina. Same with that, so we'll sell this. 2 daggers. There we have Elven, Ancient Nord. They're not worth anything, so why sell them? So they're worth 18, so sell them. Alright, I think that got us back to our original inventory. I'll take your charcoal. Rustic cottage, 36.40 for furnishings. How much for the house kit? Well, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and buy that. And when we get some free time, probably in our next stream, we will see what we can do with it. I do want a house outside of Riverwood. Or, actually, you know what? Why don't we do that with what time we have left in this stream? Let's go ahead and do a little, I guess you call it a mod spotlight. And that spotlight, of course, is tiny houses. Alteration spells, Although, for 291, that's not bad as far as disenchanting goes. Else here, it looks like you have lightweight knife that's very good for skinning, but poor at harvesting from carcasses. Harvesting would be like the ingredients and bones. No, I'd rather stick with the Dwarven for the moment. Take those. Okay.
Alright then.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Now, if you didn't know this about Skyrim, when you complete a quest here in Skyrim, or help somebody out, like by returning their golden claw, they tend to be your friend. And friend in Skyrim means more than just general friendship. It's more about letting you take some of their stuff. In this case, their cheese wheels and their coin purses. About it. Yeah, it's weird. Turn them a golden claw and suddenly their whole house is like open. So, sure. Why not? That right there can all be smelted down into iron, I believe.
Farewell.
But I'm not going to waste my time with it because we won't be heading into into Whiterun soon, where the smeltery is. So we are looking to build our first house. In this case, a rustic cottage somewhere near Riverwood. I think in this case, instead of doing it, let me think about this. It's not really any place on the river between here and, say, Pillar of Disarming that I could think of. Instead, what I'm thinking, it's more like this lake. Let's travel northeast a little bit. Maybe we'll find a good spot. Now, tiny house does have a bit of issue with clipping and trying to clipping through the world, as well as trying to place certain stuff where you want it to go, and you might not be able to get to it. So it does take a couple times, and that's to be expected really when you're doing something like building a house. But actually, you know what? What if it could fit, say, right here? Let's go into first person. Let's see, how would I do this? Right there. Yeah, let's try this. Here. All right. So under magic and powers, we want to put craftsmanship on favorites, and then would you like to build a house here? Yes. The first thing you're going to see is this, and it's looking for a place to place. And so what I want to do is I want to move it. I want to move it to there. And there we go. Let's finish. Let's see what we can do with the drafting table. As you can tell, this is the same table that would be used during the hearth fire. So I would imagine hearth fire is a required mod in order to do this stuff. So let's use the rustic cottage plan. And there it is, actually. Well, yeah, that's not too bad. We might want to nudge it by a factor of 8 up. I'll stay there. Go back and let's preview. Now, I'm not too concerned about it clipping trees or logs like this. It really doesn't affect me much as far as, let's say, immersion. So yeah, that doesn't really affect me, because if you're building a house, chances are you've removed the foundation. You've cleared where the foundation is going to lie, and even if you may not have removed everything, you're at least removed inside of your building. So there we go. This is, of course, it's just a preview. So we need to get back over here to the entry stairs and finish. And then we'll come here to the construction workbench and harvest some lumber. It's been 30 minutes. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more than that. Now, before I do this next trick that I actually figured out myself with tiny houses, I am going to do a quick save. Because with this trick that I learned, it can cause your game to crash. So be wary doing this, do it at your own risk, and don't blame me for if something happens. do the harvest lumber once again, but this time we're going to keep clicking it as many times as we can. I normally do it between 5 and 8. Basically, you want to keep clicking it before it goes to dark. And then, when it comes back, it's going to take those 30 seconds and go and flash like that. So a lot of time just passed, and we are a little thirsty. I imagine we're a little hungry too, so we'll eat some salmon steaks. And yeah. And so since we bought this furnishing kit and the floor plan, we can come up here to house. And we need 17 solid logs. So we just got 9 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there it went through all that time. Alright, let's check our lumber count. 18, perfect. And build house. So there you go. You can see that we have made it the way we have built the house, and it should be completely furnished. If not, we'll deal with that inside. Right now I want to make a knapsack, and what this is going to do is this is an exterior feature. So you're going to exit the workbench. It's going to do this small flash. Going to exit the workbench, and the knapsack actually does go right there. Now with some of these other items that might be used on the exterior, they will probably appear somewhere in between this and the front stairs. But yeah, what this stack allows us to do is, well, what any storage would do. And I'm going to put a cache marker just in case. And then I would put stuff in here that generally wouldn't want to keep with me. But at this point, the only thing I might put away is, say, a little over half of our iron ore. Reduce some weight there. Reduce some weight with the kindling. Now, I do not believe that these are connected to the workbench, which is a bit of a bummer, but understandable. Nothing else you really want to put away. Okay. Let's make a sack. Well, and we're just gonna put it right there. Now, let's put something here. No, can't move this. Crafting table has nothing. And it doesn't say anything here about moving workbenches, does it? No, it does not. So as you can see, we have a cooking pot here and a blacksmith anvil. We'll do the blacksmith anvil first. And I'm going to go ahead and move this to right about. Actually, let's move it to there. And then I want to nudge it by a factor of 4 and rotate it right. No, left. What I'm trying to do is make sure that when we actually use it, we look okay. And that is perfect. We're not hanging off the edge. We're able to use it correctly. I did see that we needed some nails to make some of this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and make 2 sets of nails and then a set of hinge and a set of iron fittings as well. Let me go through here real quick and see if there's anything we can make. Probably not much, but we can probably break down some of these soldiers all the way into soldier and powder. Now it is pretty late and we are getting exhausted. We're also coming to the end of our stream here in about 3 more minutes or so. One thing I'd like to address are these necklaces up here that you may or may not have seen before. These 4 right here, they aren't necessarily cheap necklaces, but of course the wearer cannot be killed in by anyone, so I guess they would be. But more what I use these for is mainly this one right here. Amulet of Protection. If there is a person that I really like, and I want them to stay alive for all of time, I'd either give them the Amulet of Immortality or the Amulet of Protection, so that I would be the only one who could end their life. And in order to do that, of course, I think you'd have to reverse pickpocket them. So not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon, but I figured it was worth mentioning. As always, guys, anytime you have a question about any of my mods, let me know. Either in chat while the stream is going, while I am streaming, or in the comment section down below. I do want to get inside the house, but I want to make a couple more things for the exterior first. I want to make this chopping block for wood. Yeah, so this can be a bit of a problem here. Not much, as long as you can see part of it. Now I'm going to move this, actually. Right there will work. But I'm going to nudge it by a factor of 8 and rotate it right. Yes. Go. Now I want to move it down some and see if we can use it. Just fine. All right. Let's get harvest a little bit more lumber, because I do know we need that for other stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that looks like that's probably enough. Wow, we were called through the night on that. Alright, so nothing else we can really make right now. So let's go inside. It is unfurnished, but not to worry. Unpack furnishings. Here we go. We have some barrels, 2 chests, a cupboard, an end table, knapsack, satchel, strongbox, wardrobe, bed, tables, and I'm gonna go ahead and make the work table. We have an alchemy lab, an arcane enchanter, chandelier, a cooking pot, a lampstand, and then some mounted animal head, as well as an oven and a shrine of Barrow, which I am going to go ahead and remove for now, because we are not worshiping Mara. Why you have her in the house? Let's click this button, and that gets rid of the workbench. There we go. So yeah, these chests are indeed empty. We have some food over here, but I think we're going to leave those there. Put that in there. And so this oven, I'm honestly, I don't ever know which one is actually, what mod actually adds this, besides tiny houses. I've never downloaded the actual mod that adds that, so if you know, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below or in the chat of a live stream. See, take those, take butter from the churn, craft the feathers, tomato, now I don't want to take everything because then we lose some of the kind of mystique of the house. You know what I'm talking about? We lose some of that extra. Alright, a bit thirsty, a bit hungry. Why not eat some of that braided bread? I'd help if I was in the right menu. All sated, and then yeah, let's sample this black fire mead. Chase it with some tea and finish it with some water. Alright, so we have a wardrobe here. Everything, every chance we get in here, we are going to go ahead and put cache markers. Just so the stuff doesn't reset. We don't know whether it will or not, but it's always nice to just double check and make sure it won't. Put that away. Okay. Go back to Scrimshaw. Let's see if I can make any more cache markers. No, not with what we currently have. Okay. Goes down. Anything left to polish? Bye. Still keeping the mammoth tusk. You know why we're keeping that, then you know why. If you don't, you'll find out next episode. Or in a couple at least. Bone boots, bone gauntlets. Okay. I don't see why not. Hood, mask, and a hood. Again, I don't see why not. Alright, put whatever apparel we have. Like this and this, and there. And for now, we'll keep the rest. So yeah, this has been a look into the tiny house mod. And this, of course, is the rustic cottage. It's my first time actually seeing it, and I am very impressed. Especially since we have this work table over here that gives us not only alchemy, but enchanting as well. So, it's like we can keep soul gems in there if we wanted to, or ingredients in there, which might not be a bad idea. You won't wish to move all your alchemy ingredients here. Sure. But all it moved was the vanilla ones, which does make sense. So we will go through here, put everything else in there. Start about 30 of those, keep the rest for food crafting. And what I want to check here is this connected to the alchemy table? Or the alchemy lab? It is not. That's not a problem, but it would be nice if they were connected. And then, of course, in here would be soul gems, maybe ore. Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we put some of our more crafting items in here, like the garnets, maybe the glass. No, I'm keeping the glass for now. Some of the ore, not all of it. That, of course, is the amount we need for whoever wants it. How much charcoal do we have? None? Alright. Then moonstone ore can go in there. We'll put the mithril dust, the nails. Do we want to put these in here? I want to put the rest of our crafting materials in here. Say that. All those. I'm gonna put these away, and then I want to check in a crafting table later if we actually need them, or if we only needed to make them one. If we don't need them, I'm not gonna carry them. Same with the fur crafting kit. Yeah, we'll put those away along with gold ingots. I'm pretty sure we can actually make a smeltery eventually for our tiny house here. Yeah, there we go. Got stuff in our strongbox, got stuff in the alchemy lab. What I want to do before we sleep is I do want to meditate for a little bit. 4 hours. And then we are going to hard save. Sleep for, let's see. You know what? Let's see. 12 hours would be midnight. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, let's rest for 18 hours. And of course, in my head canon, what my character is doing here is kind of just hanging around his new house. They're not necessarily going to sleep for 18 hours, but sometimes you just need a good long sleep. And it's going to make us moderately hungry and severely thirsty, which was expected. Well sated, and let's meditate for another 2 hours. So 86% favor with Talos. Let's see what that is actually governing. Let's see. Works per Talos. Attacks and critical strike counts are 17 more effective against Alv based on favor with Talos. Oh, cool. I think we are gonna add to this place. Red guard? Sure, why not? Once we get a certain spell, we can remove her. Maybe not.
Oh, did you need something?
Yeah, I'd like to refill water. And let's see what you have for sale.
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Means more salt piles and garlic. And of course, the most important, Nord mead. Say 10. And I'll take some of your food. And sell you some of my food, like that. Alright, so...
Until next. Yes?
Excuse me.
Huh?
I don't want you to lose those curves. Here, take this.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Yeah, so now we have a winch at our own house. Well, until I get a certain spell and make it go away. So, enjoy the house. One thing I am hesitant to do about, as far as this house goes, is I am hesitant about doing a final heart save in there, because I don't know what could happen. So instead, we will stand on some actual land. Maybe do a little more meditation. Yeah, here we are. So, I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. This is episode 6, I believe. Yeah, episode 6 of our A True Son in Skyrim series. I am Caleb Plays, and I want to thank you for watching, whether you've been watching this on Mixer live, on demand, or over on YouTube. Today we actually did 6 streams, which I don't want to say is rare, but I wouldn't exactly count on it happening every day. We have decided that between 90 minutes and 3 hours is about what these streams are going to last. I would say closer to 90 minutes, just like this one is 106, because I wanted to showcase tiny houses after doing Ember Shard Mine. So thank you all for watching. I am Caleb Plays, and we will see you next time here on A True Son of Skyrim.